Full disclosure, news and commentary number 67, 67, frick, 67, 67, 67. Nah. Hope you had a good week. Lots more wrestling going on here in Florida. A show that I was planning on going to canceled, which I gotta say is good news. I mean, of course you want wrestling to be around, but Florida cases are spiking, and they are in Georgia as well. But we have a lot of news to report, and our commentary today is about the return of the old ways and the signs of that I am seeing already, and why that is probably a bad fucking thing. Yeah. Thank you so much to Patreon people. I just put up a Patreon video about my unexpected encounter with Dutch Mantel yesterday. Got to see old Dutch. The whole story's on Patreon. If you want to join Patreon, it's down below. Special thanks to, of course, the Patreon people, Dan and Joe Black and Jeffrey, Southern Honor, Derek, Brett, Diana, Larry, not that one, the other one, Rob Rod, Brian. And then a special thank you, of course, to Eric, the World Walker, Viral Pro Wrestling, and the OG Myron for their contributions. Now that things have opened up again, I get to go to the old trophy store this week and see about getting those trophies made. It's going to be an interesting time, is it not? Since a lot of places aren't running until August. And that's going to give them 4 or 5 shows to show what they've got as far as the Georgia Wrestling History Awards. Very strange and fascinating time, speaking of which. We did not have Tipping Point last Tuesday, but we will have it tomorrow, and we will have it the week after. I believe our guests are going to be David Ali and Griff Garrison, which is really cool. I'm not sure who's tomorrow and who's the week after. That's my bad for not being better prepared. But yeah, we're going to have Tipping Point 2 weeks in a row. Stella. Yes, wonderful thing. Oh, shit. Good thing I'm writing these kind of things down. I have an unboxing. Who sent me something? Bless you. I've had the good fortune of, even in these trouble times, people still continue to send me stuff. I absolutely love the Heathen shirt that Logan Creed sent me, with Logan Creed, Brooklyn Creed, and Baby Creed on it. I've already worn it a couple of times. It's already in my rotation of favorite shirts. We'll see if this one joins. It is obviously a t-shirt, but I will try to do my best and to not look so you can see at the same time I do. I see there's some splash of color there. It is this. Oh, shit. Black Lives Matter, women's rights. Oh, who sent me this? No, it's shipping address only. Well, whoever sent this, thank you so much. I'm going to put this bitch on. And, yeah, they sent it to... By the way, if you ever want to send me anything, it's down below, but 1746 East Silver Star Road, number 162 in Orlando, Florida, 34761. That's where you send me stuff if you want to send me stuff. If you want to sign up for Patreon, you do it below. All my Stephen Platinum stuff is Stephen Platinum, STEPHEN Platinum. I've got a sticker on here. Yay, put that down. Lower this a little bit. Check out this dope shirt. Yay! Workout today. Kick my booty. Let's get into the news. I have a job to do at 4:30. My mystery shopper thing. I'm going around to the Circle K's taking pictures of the beer gardens. Don't ask. So that pops off. I should have this done before then. And the smell inundating the house. Oh my God, it smells so good. Somebody overhearing me talk about how much I liked brisket offered me a big thing of brisket to cook myself. And so I'm going to follow an old recipe that I used to use. Now, I don't have access to a grill, chips and stuff like that, but I've figured out a way to sort of simulate a lot of the stuff that I like to do in the oven. We'll see if it works. That's about 5:45. Not that you give a fuck, but I do. And I can smell the brisket, and it smells amazing, and it's awesome. Cool. Renegade Championship Wrestling from July 11th. So that was that was Saturday. 70 people. Certainly good. Renegade, one of those groups that seems like they've hit the ground running. That for them, things are kind of back to normal. It's the size of crowd that they were used to getting. It's going to annoy me. And their next show, August 7th, Heritage, with their debut, 125, turning away 50, 125 people inside the Landmark Arena. Seems like a lot to me. I'm not going to make some kind of hasty judgment on that. It seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of people to have in that building with what the fuck ever. They did well. Congratulations to them. 125 turning away 50. Pro South, which sounded like an ever-improving show. Of course, Pro South, a number of people reached out about what I said about Pro South last week's show. They're still doing their thing. But their big summer show, which is a big spring show, but obviously they couldn't have it. So they're having a big summer show next week. Brian Pillman Jr. Exciting. I had a little debate with Larry where I was like, I really like Brian Pillman Jr. Even more so, I like his ring work better than Davey Jr. Which Larry's like, what? And I'm like, all I know is I like sort of random elements, and I think Brian Pillman Jr. brings that. And Brian Pillman's wrestling Joe Black, I believe. Holy shit. Pro South is another group that's hit the ground running. And then Southern Violence, which has to be called our show of the week, 225 in Athens. There's more restrictions on them, so everybody had to be masked up, but they still drew. They're drawing as big a crowd as they've ever drawn. So let's look at the news. Renegade, Pro South, Southern Violence basically picking up where they left off or even doing better. Heritage's debut with a de facto sold out house with people turned away. And these are the people that up to now haven't been considered heavy hitters, right? We've got Southern Fried on August 1st. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've got the Rumblejack show for Southern Honor, which will be the end of August. I believe August 28th. If I'm wrong about that, my apologies. But it's whatever that Friday is, and I believe August 28th. So, well, I'm going to talk about that in the commentary more. We also have a show coming out. We've got Lariettos happening, and then we've got PNLL, Luchadores in Gainesville on Sunday the 19th. That's this Sunday. So I'm curious to see how they will do. I would love to see a report from that show. If somebody could get that into Larry at gwhnewsandnotes.blogspot.com. By the way, you should always be checking out Georgia Wrestling History. I will continue this week, even though we have more local stuff to talk about. I want to keep up my reports. I'm going to be doing Raw. Never mind. AEW Dark. And Fight for the Fallen, which is AEW Dynamite this Wednesday. Super exciting stuff. Patreon videos continue to come out. I'm going to have to catch up on some of these Ask Platinums. People are sending me more and more questions, which I love. Continue to do that, please. Simon Sermon wrote a thing that's up on gwhnewsandnotes.blogspot.com. Damn, I wish it was divided into more paragraphs. I know he probably wrote it on his phone. It is what it is. Yeah. But the substance of the message I thought was really great, and it's about the warnings about cancel culture. I'm a big believer in nuance and people keeping their head in the game about stuff. I was glad to see Simon write about that because I think it's a necessary thing. And awesome blossom. Sorry, people contact me all the time. All right, let's get into this commentary. Return to the old ways and why